Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Scott Halverson, and here we are making a video about Wizards of the Coast and Magic the Gathering. And someone's gonna be negative, so you don't like that stuff, move along. If you don't mind hearing some negative and positive stuff, well, then here we go. So, first thing I want to talk about is Magic the Gathering and Wizards' barbaric practices of destroying small game stores because they do not want small game stores part of their big company, right? And what do I mean by that? I mean that can't be real. They're not targeting us directly. Well, no, not technically. They're not targeting us directly. They're not coming after us with lawsuits and stuff. But they are. They are coming at us by selling on Amazon for a couple bucks over distributor cost. So, for instance, if I pay $80 for a booster box, which is not technically what I pay, I'm not going to tell you my numbers because I don't want anybody to get all wound up and say I broke some kind of terms of agreements. But let's say I pay $80 and Amazon has it for 82. Well, I mean, the only bonus, I can't sell booster box for $82. You just can't do that as a small game store. $2 a booster box, I would have to sell 5, 6, 7, 800 booster boxes to make enough money to pay my rent and my bills for the month. So that doesn't work. And not that I rely on just Magic, because I don't. After the great pandemic of 2020, Magic kind of died here in my little game store. We have relied a lot on these role-playing games you can see up behind me here. We do a lot of that, and that's been helping a lot. So the sales there have been helping a lot, and then people getting miniatures and painting miniatures and the sales off that. Anyway, so Wizards, why is Wizards doing that is beyond me. I have no clue, but they're selling their product on Amazon for just a couple bucks over distributor price, and it's just really hard to compete with that. Yes, I know that if you come to a small game store, say like mine, and you can get the product that day that it's open for release, I get that, but I'm not charging $2 over retail wholesale. I can't. There's no money, so I have to charge quite a bit over. And customers aren't happy that they'll just wait for through 2 days or one day next day Amazon shipping or whatever to get it, and or go to a bigger gaming store that has way more product that can sell closer to the price they want. So Wizards, you are sucking it up right now and you're destroying small game stores. Thank you very much. Glad I don't have to rely on you though. I used to rely on you all the time, and I would love to be able to rely on you because it's easy to pay the bills when you have a good product and a couple people that want it. And there's people that want that product here, but not enough to warrant me lowering the price to $2 above cost so I can compete with Amazon. And I don't try to compete with Amazon on any of the stuff I have in the store, mind you. I do lower my prices on some things like Wizards D&D 5th edition books. When they've been out for a month or so, I'll lower them down a little bit just so I can compete a little bit with Amazon. I still can't be on Amazon prices most of the time, and that's fine. I'm okay with that, and most of my customers are okay with that. Anyway, so that's really my biggest gripe is they've worked really hard. They're releasing so many products, and the prices that they're blowing them out at online are so unrealistic to what we can sell them in a store for. Even some of the medium to large gaming stores would have a heck of a time selling their products at a couple bucks above wholesale or retail, wholesale cost, and making any real money off it. You're not, it's not realistic to think that that's how that works. And so Wizards needs to come up with a way to either one, they need to stop selling on Amazon and competing with us, or two, they need to sell them to us cheaper so we can compete with them a little bit, even get close. Say instead of $90, maybe we can sell them for $95 and make some money. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. Wizards is definitely up to something, and well, I'll leave that for another video. The other thing I want to talk about is their 5th edition, and they're releasing books every month. Like, wow. So I understand that releasing books on a regular basis is something that keeps the product moving and keeps it exciting, keeps adding new stuff so people can make new characters, blah, blah, blah. But how about maybe we slow down just a little bit? It's really hard for an average gamer, at least in my area, and I'm sure pretty much every other area, to spend over $100, $200 a month on Magic and then D&D and then other role-playing books every month that are releasing every month. It's just a lot of luxury items, because these are luxury items. We don't need these in our life, so I consider them luxury items, or hobbies. And we don't need hobby stuff in our life, unfortunately. That's the fact of it all. We don't need this stuff. It just happens to be that we love this stuff. But do we love it enough to pay, buy like $60 books every month, or $59.99 or $49.99, depending on what you're charging for the book? And then you want to buy it on D&D Beyond, you want to buy it on a hard copy, and then you want to buy it on one of the other ones, RPG 20 or RPG.net or Roll20 or Fantasy Grounds or any of those other ones. I mean, you see where this is going, Wizards. This is just absolutely insanity. I know you got a cash cow going on, and I understand that. But you know what? People will buy your books whether you release them every month, or can buy your books if you release them like every other month, right? If you release them every month, sooner or later people are going to start skipping. I know I have a few players in here that used to buy all the books, and now they're only like, man, I'm not going to buy this book because I don't really need it. Nah, I don't want to buy this book because then all the store will get one or somebody else will get one, and we only need one, and then we'll just deal with that, and blah, 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 or I'll go online and get it for free, And it's sad I could promote or want people to go online and get their books for free like that, but I understand it. When you get like September, October, November, and I'm 100% sure they're going to be a book in December. They just haven't announced it yet. That's 4 books in 4 months. It's $200, right? You're talking 50 books a month. That's $600 a year on just D&D books. That's not including if you're a Magic player. Then there's hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars of Magic coming out a year. I mean, they're coming out with a new product 2 times a month. It seems like, maybe even more sometimes, and it's getting to be ridiculous. So that is my take. As a small game store, I don't want to rely on Wizards, and so I'm not going to be carrying a ton of their products. I will carry other products that seem to do well, that don't rely on Wizards push out as much as you can mentality. That's kind of why I didn't go with Pathfinder 1, is because they released books constantly. Pathfinder 2 is doing that. Starfinder does that. They're just pushing out so many books. You can't keep up with it. And, you want to keep up with the newest and greatest and keep your players excited and keep your players surprised. But at some point, you have to draw a line and say, no, we can't keep up with this because it costs too much money for all of us to keep doing this, right? Anyway, it's just very frustrating as a game store owner and as a player to try and keep up with this big company and pushing out their plethora of books at ridiculous speeds. It used to be nice where you get 3 or 4 or maybe even 5 books a year, 12 books a year, 24 different release sets of Magic, whatever it is. I don't know the numbers exactly, but it's a lot. It gets to be too much, Wizards. You need to cut back a little bit. Let us have some breathing room, right? Because, as long as we get to play with your cards and play with your books, we'll keep enjoying your products. But if you start slamming too much down, you're getting people frustrated. They're going to find other systems that aren't doing that. And there's other systems like Savage Worlds and like other different ones. We played Dragon Age and we played Aliens and Warhammer and stuff like that, 40K RPGs. And, they don't push out books every 2 weeks, every month. They just don't. And it's really nice because then you get to learn the system without having to learn new rules every couple weeks, right? Anyway, so that is my take. I am fed up with that garbage. I wish the Wizards would quit it. And Wizards need to think about the small game store, or at least somehow make it so we can compete with Amazon when it comes to your mega release, constant release products. Because all anybody has to do is wait until the next release and all the products price drop to even lower prices on like Amazon, right? So it's a bad deal. Bad deal all around for game stores and players and people. Anyway, that is my take on that. Sorry to rag on Wizards so much. I do love their products. We do play their products, as you can see. I have a lot of the Wizard products here. I have some over in here. I have tons of Magic products. I've sold Magic. I've played Magic, played D&D. We sold D&D. We do it every week still. So you can't say I don't like it. I love the products. I just wish they would slow down a little bit to make it less monetarily cumbersome to our guests and to our stores. Let's be honest. Anyway, until next time, my name is Scott. You call me Guff. Signing off.